So, you just got the super epic victory royale and won your first Fortnite tournament, and you want a very powerful computer capable of streaming and heavy gaming. Now introducing the $375 gaming PC. Honestly, when I first saw the Kijiji ad for this computer, I didn't believe it. I got an i7 4790K at 4GHz with a water cooler, an expensive Cooler Master case, a Z97 motherboard, 32 gigs of RAM, a 1TB hard drive, and finally, a fully modular power supply, all for a mere 400 Canadian. I literally messaged the ad 6 minutes after it went up, and when the seller accepted $300, my mind was blown. I shoveled my driveway and picked up within 30 minutes of the ad ever going up. And to pair a nice graphics card with it, I got an RX 580 8GB from an X-Miner for $175, which was totally fine with me, as it performed just as well as a brand new one, for a total of 475 Canadian dollars or 360 American dollars. Now, for the benchmarks. The price to performance in this machine was insane. In our first benchmark, CSGO, at max settings at 1080p, we got an average of 225 frames with a low of 139. The fact that a machine of this cost could run games in an excess of 200 frames per second is pretty ridiculous to me, as a lot of the machines I see in this price point have GTX 1050s and 1050 Ti's. They're not as powerful as what I got here for the same price. Next up, we have PUBG, which ran at the high preset at 1080p to return an average of 95 FPS with a min of 26 while landing. At the time, my main rig was an i7 4770 and a GTX 1050 2GB, so seeing PUBG at settings other than ultra low was pretty amazing to see for such a cheap price to me. For a more synthetic benchmark, we have Unigine Heaven, which at ultra settings in 1080p scored an average of 76, and a score I don't know because I didn't write it down. Now for a benchmark that I didn't forget to write down. In Cinebench we saw a score of 876 for the processor and a pretty crazy 130 FPS in the GPU test. Keep in mind that I kept everything at the stock log, and if I overclocked it, especially with the really nice water cooler, the score may have been much higher. For the last benchmark, we have Fortnite at epic settings, everything at epic, which ran at 92 FPS average with a low down to 67. Keep in mind, if I went to low settings, we would have seen frame rates much closer to 144 Hz, especially at the stretch resolutions that a lot of people like to play at, including myself. So, overall, was this build worth it? I'd have to say yes. This computer is able to play and record games very well, along with the very nice aesthetics, staying very cool and silent thanks to the water cooler. My favorite part about this computer, though? The $850 I sold it for. Hey guys, I'd like to say that I think I will be going back to uploading weekly. I'm also going to try to be doing like a few different benchmarks for variety in these kinds of videos, and some other different kinds of videos as well. So subscribe and stay tuned to my channel, and hopefully you won't regret it. Thank you for watching.